Hello, good morning and welcome aboard to AM News. My name is Denise Yapamaiji and our very first story. Health Minister Kwabena Mintah Akandoh is raising concerns over the use of Zipline medical drones, revealing that most deliveries include items like condoms, textbooks and uniforms rather than critical medical supplies. Only 12% of deliveries reach hard-to-reach communities, with emergency medical deliveries accounting for just 4%. Presidential Affairs correspondent Maxwell Agbagba reports.
Speaking at the presentation ceremony,
according to Zipline, it operates multiple distribution centers covering many regions. Through this network, the service reaches hundreds of clinics and hospitals that otherwise might struggle with road access, supply chain delays, or stockouts. It says the drone deliveries have gone beyond just vaccines. They now include blood products, essential medicines, antivenom, and emergency supply. Recent reports, however, indicate that Zipline has shut down 3 of its operational centers due to an outstanding 174 million debts owed by government. Minority Leader Alexander Afenyomakin alleged on the floor of Parliament last week that a contract had been cancelled. Majority Leader Mahama Yariga called for a cancellation of the contract, describing it as unjustifiable. The health minister at the Government Accountability Series questioned Zipline's deal as he says the drones are delivering non-critical supplies like condoms, exercise books, school uniforms, and more. He said government is engaging the company on the way forward as it pushes to secure value for money.
Apart from that, their services was to concentrate on the hard-to-reach areas and emergency services. But upon review of the activities, what we have realized is that the hard-to-reach areas constitute only 12% of the activities, 12%, 1-2. And emergency services is 4% of the activities. And it will interest you to know some of the items they fly. Items like condom, blood donor cards, not blood donor cards, mosquito nets, food and nutrition items, adhesive tapes, syringes and needles, education materials, among other things, textbooks, exercise books, uniforms, and a lot more. So these are some of the items they have been flying. And so when we came to office, we think that there must be value for money. And therefore, we are engaging them. So if you hear that we are not engaging Zipline, it's not true. We have met more than 3 times, and we are still engaging them to know how we can have value for money. And that is what His Excellency the President has directed us to do.
Kwabena Mintah Akandoh said although the former health minister said the government was not going to pay for the services of the drones, government is paying a little over $500,000 every month for the services of the drones.
$88,000 per center per month. $88,000 per center per month. So if you do the computation, we are paying more than, because we have 6 centers, so we are paying a little over $500,000 every month for the services of the drones. What is more interesting, and I think everybody needs to know, is the fact that in the beginning of this contract, the idea was that we were not going to use government of Ghana money to pay the services of the drones. And I have the Hansards here during the debate on the floor of the House.
He says that beginning next year, government will increase tariffs under the National Health Insurance Scheme for service providers with an average hike of about 120%.
Because it is something that the service providers have been complaining about, that the tariffs we give them are unrealistic. And so government has taken the decision to increase the tariffs about 120% on average. And I believe this is going to be a game changer.
From health, let's talk about power. Households in Ghana with excess electricity will soon be able to sell back to the national grid to improve renewable energy generation in Ghana. This is according to the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition, which has officially launched a new platform for the net metering component of the Scaling Up Renewable Energy Program SREP to enable the buyback of excess power. My colleague Nam Moko has more in the following report. The Ministry of Energy and Green Transition, in partnership with the Swiss Embassy, has launched a new digital platform under the Scaling Up Renewable Energy Program SREP to allow Ghanaians with solar panels connect to the national grid and sell surplus electricity, encouraging cleaner energy use while reducing dependence on fossil fuels. Speaking at the launch, the Deputy Minister of Energy, Richard Mintah, said the program is the cornerstone of Ghana's sustainable energy future.
As Ghana strives towards a sustainable, resilient energy landscape, the Scaling Up Renewable Energy Program forms the cornerstone. The SREP is contributing to the overall national renewable target of 10% renewable penetration in our electricity generation by 2030. Our non-hydro renewable capacity stands at 280 megawatts, representing about 5% of the national mix. With optimism, we are looking forward to achieve 7% by 2027 through strategic rollout of SREP.
Meanwhile, the Swiss ambassador Simone Geiger highlighted that the platform empowers Ghanaians to become prosumers, both producing and consuming their own electricity. She noted that the seamless online system allows homes, businesses and public institutions to actively participate in the country's clean energy transition.
This platform will support document uploads, application tracking, approvals, monitoring of installed systems, reporting and data management, all of which are, of course, essential for efficient implementation and accountability. The platform will also serve as a powerful national database to track capacity installed and its geographic distribution, and act as an information center for everybody and anybody interested in using solar power. So together, let's build a future where Ghana stands as a leader in sustainable development, where Ghanaian homes are powered by free sunshine and Ghanaian businesses thrive thanks to lower energy costs.
Now Moko's report, read to you. Now, the headmaster of Asin Manso Senior High School, Eric Nyako, is urging the Ministry of Education and key stakeholders to prioritize the completion of Abandoned Gets Fund project on the school's campus. Addressing the school's 60th anniversary celebration, he noted that although Asin Manso SHS continues to excel academically despite its infrastructural limitations, the timely completion of the stalled project is crucial in enhancing teaching and learning.
The 60th anniversary celebrations of the Asin Manso Senior High School was on the theme, A Journey Through Time, 60 years of impactful and inspirational secondary education, the role of stakeholders. During the speech and prize-giving ceremony marking the occasion, old students of the school and chairman for the ceremony, James Francis Brew, called the day a celebration of academic achievements.
It is expected that every good student of great amounts naturally imbibes this virtue. Today, we celebrate not only our history, but also the present, and look forward with optimism. We celebrate our academic achievements, our records in the national science and math quiz, our athletic victories, our artistic expressions, and many moments of joy that have defined the school.
Headmaster of the school, Eric Nyako, outlining uncompleted Gets Fund projects in the school, appealed to government and stakeholders for support.
I'm appealing to the Minister of Education to come to our aid. So Asin Manso is in need of furniture. So 3 days ago, I read that he's going to give one of the secondary schools in Accra some furniture. So we are also appealing to him that he should come to our aid to give us furniture, classroom chairs, as well as dining hall tables and chairs. And like we saw today, we are doing our best. So we don't have enough infrastructure, but with the population and the dedication of masters and the rest, we are doing our best to try to accommodate the students that we have. So we are appealing to the minister to come to our aid, to give the expenditure, especially monodex and then iron vest. We also need the government to make sure that they complete the competition structure, their get farm projects. They are all at the almost finishing stage, but we cannot use them because they are not completed.
Member of Parliament for Ascent South, Reverend John Intim Fojo, praised the school for its efforts in churning out quality contributors to society.
Ascent also has produced notable personalities, professors, captains of industries, politicians, doctors, teachers, nurses, many engineers, many walks of life. And we want to go on this determination to want to make positive impact in society. So every help in that regard, to see the timeless completion of the ongoing projects will be very much appreciated. And this appeal goes specifically to the Ministry of Education.
From Ascent Manso, Abigail Lisson Nkrumah reports for Joy News.
And from education, let's talk about social protection. The Ghana Federation of Disability Organizations is calling for stronger laws to protect persons with disabilities, saying current legislation has not kept pace with global standards. They want the barriers to education, healthcare, employment, and public facilities continue to persist. Rodalyn Abensa reports.
At a press conference in Accra, National Gender Representative Mata Kofi called for urgent reenactment to the Persons with Disability Act 2006, saying the nearly 2-decade-old law is outdated and fails to protect the rights of persons living with disability.
To take immediate action towards the reenactment and passage of the revised Persons with Disability Act 2006, Act 715. Legislative action on the renewed revised act has been slow, leaving millions of Ghanaians with disabilities without an updated legal framework that reflects their rights, dignity, and aspirations.
The Federation insists revising the act is crucial to ensure equal opportunities, stronger protection, and compliance with international standards.
We want a strengthened Disability Act that will modernize Ghana legal framework, ensure clearer institutional responsibilities, improve access to education, employment, healthcare, transport, and justice. And what we are saying is that the time to act is now. Ghana must not delay any further.
Rodalina Bensa's report read to you.
And still on PWDs, the Infantiman Municipal Assembly has distributed deep freezers, knitting machines, and other livelihood support items to 88 persons with disabilities, in a move aimed to boost income generation and promote economic empowerment within the municipality. Municipal Chief Executive Eric Stanley Akwa explained that the support forms part of government's broader commitment to enhancing the welfare of PWDs through the District Assembly Common Fund, adding that the tools will help beneficiaries build sustainable and independent livelihoods.
At the presentation ceremony in Salt Pond, the Municipal Director of the Department of Social Welfare in Infantiman, Abna Sewa Opare, explained that the support forms part of the beneficiaries' allocation under the District Assembly Common Fund for Persons with Disability.
Today marks the day that Infantiman Municipal Assembly presented items to persons with disability. And the essence of the items given to them is to reduce extremely poverty in Ghana. And so persons with disability has a share in the District Assembly Common Fund, that is 3%. And so as a municipal or a district, we sat and then we receive applications from persons with disability requesting for items and then also funds to embark on activity. And some also requested for money to assist them in their education.
The Municipal Chief Executive, Eric Stanley Akwa, reaffirmed government's commitment to improving the welfare of persons with disability, adding that follow-ups will be done to track the use of the items.
88 people benefited from the various items that were procured. We followed the procurement procedures and everything was in order. And so today happens to be the day that we had to give those items to the beneficiaries. We'll just form a team to come around, monitor, and make sure that those machines and items that have been presented to them are being used for the purpose for which it was procured for them. Failure would mean that probably in our subsequent, decisions on their percentage and all of that, what even the government intend to increase from 3% to 5%, I don't think it would encourage and motivate the president to, think and reason with his cabinet to approve the, or the parliament to approve the 5% from 3%. And so we'll do monitoring, we'll make sure that they actually use the items for the purpose for which they were procured.
One of the beneficiaries, Janet Eninfo, expressed gratitude and underscored the importance of the support. I want to say thank you to them. I have longed for this support. Thankfully, I now have it, and I am going to earn an income with it. I am grateful. May God bless them. From South Pond, Abigail Lesalinkuma reports for Joy News.
From the central region, let me take you up north. A farmer in the northern region has made history, becoming the first to cultivate cocoa in Salnayili, an area long believed unsuitable for the crop. Well, the breakthrough has stirred excitement in the community and could reshape agriculture in the region. Martina Bugri has more.
Meet Mohamed Inshallah, the cocoa farmer, a man with contagious enthusiasm. Mohamed has spent years working on a cocoa farm in the western region, learning the intricacies of cultivating the prized golden bean. Convinced that Salnayili's climate and soil were perfect for cocoa production, he decided to introduce the crop when he returned to his hometown in 2012.
I got the seeds and nurtured them, just like I'm doing now. I cycled all the way to Nkwanta to get the seeds. Most people were skeptical about growing cocoa in the northern region, but I was convinced it would work. After nursing the seeds for 5 months and transplanting them, I saw how healthy they were growing, and I knew it was going to be a success.
He's not just farming cocoa. If you look around, we have plantain, palm nut, ginger, among other crops here in the northern region.
Mohamed said it took just 3 years to get his first harvest.
I began harvesting a small amount of cocoa when I started, but by the 4th year, my yield had increased to about a quarter bag, which I was able to sell.
These are some of the beans being dried. They are getting ready to bag these ones.
This initiative has not only caught the attention of people in northern Ghana, but also the Cocoa Board. Deputy Chief Executive Agronomy and Quality Control, Dr. Francis Barr, led a team to visit the farm. Speaking to the media, Dr. Barr said a team of experts in the coming days will visit the area to assess the climate and the topography of the area.
What it shows is that if you create the environment for cocoa, cocoa will thrive. So how are we going to respond to this? We are going to bring a team to do, well, he said the cocoa itself is 2.1 acres. After we've walked a little around, you can see that the land that potentially could hold cocoa is likely to be 10 times that. So we'll bring a team surveyors to come and survey the whole area.
For the people of the north, this discovery is groundbreaking and will support the area economically. For Joy News, Martina Bugri reporting.
It's now time for some business news with, of course, you know who, the Ahanta Pele, Samuel Kujibrace.
In our first story, all marketing companies are set to increase prices of petroleum products
at the pumps by 5% per litre from today, 2nd December 2025. Checks by Joy Business show the necessary adjustments are yet to be made by the various OMCs. Dr. Rivers Napom is the Chief Executive Officer of the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies.
We are indeed going to experience just a marginal increase. I think from where I sit, we have seen higher numbers than this. Just earlier this day, I was having an argument with one of my students because we saw that crude oil prices had gone down by 2.4%. But unfortunately, we did not see the same reflection on the crude oil product because diesel in the international market increased by 1.26%, whereas petrol increased also by similar amounts of in terms of percentage on the Platts price. And this is something that I've been saying, that it's not always that crude oil price goes up or goes down and we see the same effect on its product, because the demand for the products at one instant in the stock market might be different from the crude oil itself. CD depreciated by 1.76%, and at the same time we have Platt and Platt for diesel and petrol also going up. So these two variables, as we all know, that makes a very important justification for whether products will go up at the pumps or down, are all showing, I would say, negative inputs. So that is why you see diesel going to be increased by roughly 2%. And then also so petrol going to be increased around 2.5%, and diesel going to be increased around 3%, and also LPG also intended to be increased around 2%. This is because of these two factors I've stated here.
Mobile Money Ghana Limited has reaffirmed its commitment to partnering with the Bank of Ghana on the full rollout of the e-cedi. Speaking at the 2025 Extraordinary General Meeting in Accra, CEO of Momo Ghana, Haruna Shaibu, underscored the need to build a robust and inclusive digital financial landscape.
e-cedi, as we know it, is essentially having a replica of your fiat currency. For us, it's a great step in the right direction in terms of opening up avenue for Ghanaians to digitally use the currency. So we will be actively supporting Bank of Ghana's initiative to drive financial inclusion and ensure that every single Ghanaian has access to digital spend. We all know the benefit of this to the economy, because once we are using digital channels to spend, what it means is that we can do things much quicker, and having a very integrated system where whether you have e-cedi or you have mobile money, we should be able to coexist in deepening financial inclusion in Ghana. So we are excited about the prospect of it.
And that's it for Business Update. Back to you, Denisha.
Thank you, Ahanta Pele, Samuel Kujibris. And that's it for AM News. Don't forget that if you want more news, please log on to myjoyonline.com. My name is Denisia Pomaje. Up next on the show is sports.